secret that I love the Mario series, even though I've only Let's Played 2 Mario games in my entire Let's Playing career. But not to worry guys, there's more to come in the future. But in this video I decided to show my love for the power-ups in the games. So this is just a disclaimer. The items on this list are my personal favorites to use in the games. Therefore, your favorite power-up might not be on this list, cause this is strictly my opinion. And an honorable mention goes to the mushroom, cause without you, getting these would have been impossible. And I'm judging these power-ups on how useful they are and how fun they are to use. So with that out of the way, let's get started! Well, the Cloud Shroom is pretty overpowered, and that's why I love it. I love the way you can make shortcuts in a game where shortcuts is pretty much everywhere, and then the developers give you basically a tool that you can use to shortcut the game even more. But they also made some good uses for it in a bunch of levels, and I thought that finding star coins with the Cloud Shroom was a blast. But it does give Mario a pretty floaty jump, and when you run out of clouds, you're pretty much screwed. And although this is a useful and fun power-up, in my opinion I just like the other ones more for their use and their fun factor. But the Cloud Shroom is definitely not useless, at least I can say that much. When it comes to the Fire Flower, all I can say about it is, it's okay. And what I mean about that is, it's not really that useful compared to the Ice Flower. And whenever I try to hit enemies with the Fire Flower while I'm mid-air or in water, more often than not, I miss the enemy completely. But it's not totally useless. It can be used to take down tons of bosses, and it's pretty useful against enemies when you aren't in mid-air or floating. But to me it's just not as fun to use as the Ice Flower. And speaking of the Ice Flower... The Ice Flower to me is much more useful and fun to play with than the Fire Flower, and why is that? Well, with the Ice Flower, instead of burning your enemies, you freeze them into ice blocks, which you can pick up and throw to take down even more enemies than you bargained for. Also, you can use the enemies you have frozen as platforms, which is incredibly useful and sometimes even required to get certain star coins. But I will admit that it isn't as fun to play with as the Fire Flower, since you sometimes make more obstacles in your way than you actually get rid of. But still, I personally believe that the Ice Flower is more useful than the Fire Flower, and fun to play with. Hey you! Yeah, you! Have you ever looked up at a tree and watched the leaves fall off and ever thought to yourself, you know, screw it! The punchline is the Super Leaf. Oh yes, the Super Leaf, and I meant specifically the leaf from New Super Mario 3D Land, and not the earlier ones. I don't know, but for some reason I never could control the flying in Super Mario Bros. 3, and I found it personally to be a little bit clunky. But the leaf from 3D Land, it's just so fun to play with. And also it's pretty useful too. And it's needed to get to some secret areas and also to get some star medals. And since the leaf is almost everywhere in the game, you never go, oh man, I wish I had the leaf right now. And before you know it, BAM! It's there. So yeah, there isn't much more to say about it. It's useful and fun to use. Now the star from the Mario series is pretty overpowered. But the only thing that keeps it away from the top 5 is that damn time limit you have on it. It's even worse than a Mega Shroom time limit. But then why did you put it so high on the list then? Are you probably yelling at me from the other side of the screen? And well, the stars helped me through some really tough times in the Mario games. Like in New Super Luigi U, New Super Mario Bros. Wii, Super Mario World, Mario Galaxy, and the list goes on. So that's why it's so high, because the Mega Shroom has only been in 2 games that I know of, and it's usually there to make, for the most part, an easy level even easier. But the star on the other hand, if I'm having a tough time with the level, and I have a star in my inventory, it can help me get past that section. And when the star runs out of use, for the most part, I've gotten past that tough segment, so I can enjoy the level again. And that's why it's so balanced in my opinion, with the timer you see. And it's also used for some fun challenges in, for the most part, the 3D Mario games. So that's all I can say about the star. It's fun, useful, and balanced. The Koopa Shell is a power-up I've always wanted to see in a Mario game. I mean, in previous Mario games, Mario have picked up and surfed on them, so I was happy to see when there actually was a power-up like that. And with the blue shell, he can surf on water and ground. And while he does that, he can also slide into enemies. And it's just really fun to use for speeding through levels. And generally, I'm just a really big fan of the blue turtle shell that he is in. And turtle shells overall, of course. Hashtags my YOLO power! What do you get when an ice flower, a frog suit, and a blue shell have a drunken affair in an alleyway? Well, you get the craftsmanship that only gods are able to forge. A suit so powerful that even Hitler's armies would flee in terror as they heard rumors of it. Legends say that so few people have actually seen it that it's considered a legend. Oh yes, my viewers, this is a power-up so powerful that even Miyamoto, the creator of Mario, trembles with fear when he sees someone use this power-up, because he knows that it can so easily bend the laws of time and space itself, and even make the gods themselves its mistress. I am of course talking about the almighty penguin suit. As I said, it's a combination of the ice flower, the frog suit, and the blue shell. And it's both fun and useful at the same time, you see. Let's say that you froze an enemy with your penguin suit and you want to break that ice block. Well, that's no problem. Just slide right through it. Let's say that there are tons of enemies and obstacles on a bunch of platforms, but under the platform there's a patch of water that has a lot of annoying enemies under its surface. Well, no problem, just slide right over the water and carry on with your day. Also, it makes it into a god underwater. So remember, when you're playing with the penguin suit, you're playing with real power. Not that pussy-ass bitch power glove. So, you might ask yourself, Laka, what can possibly beat the almighty penguin suit? And my response, of course, is a one piece with a propeller on it. No, but seriously, this item is seriously useful and fun to play with, and most of all helpful. And it's also pretty helpful, since it acts more as a second jump that shoots you sky high into the air. Oh, you messed up? No, that's fine. See? You're up here now, buddy. And sometimes it's needed to get certain star coins in the games. So the propeller suit is a lifesaver. And that's why it's flying in on the top 3. God, that sounded cheesy. So, what is there to say about these power-ups? I mean, the hammer suit isn't all that useful, since Mario throws the hammer in a curve, and more often than not, just throws the hammer over the enemies instead of actually hitting them. And I actually only put the hammer suit alongside with the boomerang flower because I think Mario just looks badass in it. I mean, just look at him! So, with that out of the way, the boomerang flower is 10 times more useful and fun to play with than a hammer suit. I mean, for one, Mario throws his boomerangs in a straight line that can hit multiple enemies at a time. And To be honest, I just really like the design of the Boomerang flower. I mean, he looks like a blue turtle. And if you know me, blue is my favorite color. And one of my favorite characters of all time is a turtle. So it gets an A++ in design in my book. So, what can beat the godness of the penguin suit, the life-saving propeller suit, and the pure awesomeness that is the Boomerang flower and hammer suit? Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's the one, the only, cape! Yes, the cape feather is my favorite Mario power-up. And why is that? Well, as silly as it sounds, a big part of why I like this power-up actually comes from Brawl. And why is this? Well, when you play as Mario in Brawl, he has a certain attack, where he runs up to an opponent and smacks the enemy with his cape. And that's a huge reason for why I love the cape, as silly as it sounds. And I can't explain for the life of me why. But when I see Mario pull off that move, I just get this unexplainable satisfaction from doing that move. But that's not the only reason why I love it, of course. I love the way the cape works in Super Mario World, how the cape affects Mario's movement, and I especially love how much more range Mario's spin attack gets with it. And I really like the movement of the cape when Mario has it. I don't know why, but looking at Mario when he has the cape, he just looks so incredibly badass for some reason. And it's so freaking cool to just fly over levels with tons of obstacles and just fly over them and be like, I don't give a fuck about your obstacles, just look at me, I'm an overweight Italian plumber that's flying with a golden cape. Oh, did I mention that I really like how the cape just flutters in the wind as Mario runs on the ground? Okay, I'll stop. But as you can see, I really like this cape for some odd reasons, and some more normal reasons. So yeah, I'm lakalester, and my favorite Mario power-up of all time is the cape feather. I'll see you guys next time. Hello guys, and welcome to, I guess, the end slate of the video. Anyway, I want to thank you all for watching this video, first of all. Thank you so much. I put a lot of hard work into this, but I'm not here to sit and brag about how much work I put into this video and all that. And by the way, sorry if you can hear a fan in the background, it's my PlayStation 3. Yes, I know it's at death's dawn, I'm just using it for all it's worth. Anyway, what I would like you to do, if you want to, is comment down below and tell me what I did that was good in this video, what you thought was, you know, good. That was some good work, sir, right there. And what you guys think I should improve on, cause I want your guys' help on this, so I don't go all like, I know how to make videos cause I'm the best. So all that. So yeah, that's basically everything I wanted to tell you guys. Please tell me what I did that needs to be improved, and what you guys thought I did alright or even good. So until next time, guys, I'll see you later.